Hello and welcome. I am Scrapperlock, and this is City of Heroes Iron Man mode with Iron Phoenix, our level 19 martial arts scrapper. And we are working on Vitaly Chernenko, trying to get a story arc from him. We'll work him up, and if we can't get anything from him, we'll try somebody else. Once we hit level 20, we're going to do Dr. Lila, and then we'll have a whole new set of contacts. So if we don't get anything from Vitaly, we may not get any other story arcs at this level. Um, but there's kind of nothing I can do about that. I just have to take what they offer. So he's located a Circle of Thorns lair under the control of a specialist who's going to be a boss. We got to get in there and destroy a portal. So, oh, we're timed. I don't think it said it was timed. But, okay, so we have an hour. We're actually very close to the hospital, so we can easily go over here. And you know what we're going to do, guys? Since it's Circle of Thorns, we're going to go load up on like 5 accuracy inspirations. I wish we had more slots, but we do need some lucks. And we're probably going to need at least an endurance and a damage, something like that. Or at least an endurance. Maybe not damage, since we can buff our damage with focus chi, but we're going to need 2 lucks. I always like to have at least those to fight a boss, and then a bunch of insights. And we'll grab 1 catch a breath. And this is what we do against Circle of Thorns at this level, because they're very hard to hit when they debuff you. We're going to have to use these carefully, 1 at a time, not 2. You know, sometimes I'll down 2 just to make absolutely sure that we can hit. I don't think we're going to be able to afford to do that at level 19 in a full lair, right? I mean, with many circle to fight, a lot of them probably being spirits, all of whom debuff you. Some of them, I think once you get past level 20, will do speed debuffs, the ice guys, but many of them do dark. And that debuffs your 2 hit, makes it really hard to hit. I don't think we're going to be able to do more than 1 insight, just because there are going to be many battles with these guys. And once we start using insights, we can hope to get more as we go, but there's no way to guarantee it. So we'll see what happens. I suspect if any faction is going to be the death of this character before we get to SOs, it would be the Circle. Probably heavily debuffed, unable to hit, can't leave the mission to buy new inspirations the way I used to with Silver Phoenix, right, in Homecoming, and that'll probably be the end of us. We do have Focus Chi to help. It will help us a little bit, but it only recharges every minute and 25 seconds or something, and so, there's only so much it can do, right? Because it's not going to be up all the time. How are we doing on size? It's not too huge of a mission. It's I'd say slightly above medium size, sort of like medium large. It's just all going to depend on how many spirits we get. How many specters. See? A triple yellow. We're going to have to use our 2 hit buffs. We do have a ghost slaying axe, so we can use that. And that helps. But look at this. I'm going to have to use a heal already. And I'm at 63% to hit, even with the inspiration running. So it's going to take everything we have to defeat a single spawn of 3 yellow cons. And there's another spawn of 3 yellow cons. So yeah, I just don't know how many of these we can take without, being able to run out of the mission and get more inspirations to replace the ones we've lost. I mean, I almost would like to down some luck here, but I know we're going to have a boss, right? Movian is going to be a boss. So let's see if we can maybe pull this guy. 1 we can take without too much trouble, especially with Focus Chi. I'm not even going to bother trying to hit him until Focus Chi is active. Okay, so that was good because we were able to pull a single guy. We don't need all that blue. don't know if we're going to be able to pull this guy out, but we'll try it. Nope. So now we're going to need luck because, or not luck, inspiration, insight, because both of them will be debuffing me. So even with it running, we're at minus whatever, so we're at minus 25 or something, so we're at 70% to hit. And they can heal themselves if they hit me, you know. So it makes it pretty rough. See if we can get him with the Ghost Sling Axe. Nope. Come on. Got him. Okay. Whew. See if we can figure out what's upstairs without aggroing it. More of them. But this is not a defeat all, so I'm actually going to keep going and see if we can find Movian. We're just asking for trouble if we keep getting into multiple 3 ghost spawns of those specters. Yeah, these guys shouldn't be too much trouble. Notice how the whole mission has been +1 so far. There's not been a single white con. That's one thing I actually don't understand about the design of this game. Especially this happens in the low levels. It seems like the guys who are the hardest to fight, and I say this having played a lot of different ATs now, I don't think it's just about martial arts super reflex and what's the vulnerability of this class or these power sets. The guys who are the hardest to fight, and there he is, the guys who are the hardest to fight are often found in +1s, and the easier guys are usually found in +0s. And I'm not sure why the heck they designed it that way. I really don't know. I got a little too close. Oh, we better turn Practice Brawler on, or he's gonna mez me. Notice how he's less dangerous than the Nervous Spectral Demon spawn of minions. I love a big kick like that. Yeah, Vajaloks are the same way. It seems like they get a lot of... They end up in a lot of +1 missions as well. Right? They're like, in other words, those missions tend to have a very high concentration of +1s. Versus, say, Skulls and Hellions, who don't seem to have them as much. I feel like that's true. However, I also think I notice it more with Circle and Vaj because they're harder, right? And so I notice the +2s more. Still no story arc from this guy. Juliana Naring. I remember that one. She's dealing with the Tsu. Get the Tsu beta back. Oh, here we go. So this is going to be a Tsu arc. I guess we're not going to get Dr. Vajalock on this character because I don't know if we're going to be able to have enough room in our experience bar to do a story arc, which is what we're doing now for the Tsu, and then get another contact up to the point where it's going to give us a story arc. We've got to do that before level 20 or we will not get Dr. Vajalock. So we may not get him, which is a bit of a shame. I would like to fight him with this character. Actually, before we do any of this, let's head to the hospital. I hope it looked like I was really smart and was heading to the hospital on the way. Actually, I wasn't really smart. I forgot that I needed to come get inspirations. I think we're going to go with extra insight here because the sorcerers do debuff you with their hurricane. It makes it hard to hit. Also, we have a level 20 DO. Let's combine it with this one. Now we have a full green DO on Practice Brawler. Still going to keep it turned off unless I need it. Yellow Inkmen, lieutenants and bosses, sorcerers and bosses of the Tsu will need it. Guarantee I'm going to forget it at least one time, but I'll try not to. That's the other possible way this character might die. One would be against heavily debuffed against Circle and just get crushed. The other is forget to turn on Practice Brawler and just mez to death. Right? Once it's not on and once you're stunned, you can't engage it. Now that was always possible with it as a click power too, but because it was a click power and lasted for 2 minutes, I think I had a lot less trouble remembering to keep it on. And once I turned it on, it stayed on for 2 minutes, and I didn't have to like think about it, turn it off again. I don't know. I guess I probably forgot it as a click power as well. I wasn't worried about it because, if we face planted as Silver Phoenix, which I did a few times, who cares? I just rezzed. But this character, well, she can res, but it'll be the end of the playthrough when she face plants. So I'm trying not to face plant her. I'm also trying to beat the Guardian, who got to just under level 19.8. I think if we can do this story arc without dying, we will be there. Or we're going to be very close. Alright guys, off we go. I thought this was 2. Alright, maybe not. Trolls are just physical. They're a pain in the neck because they have smashing defense. But they're not particularly dangerous in terms of what they can do to you, except for the boss. Oh, you know what? I think this might be the one where there are 2 bosses in it. A troll boss and a Sue boss. I am absolutely going to need to rest after this. There we go. Advantage of trolls is they mostly do melee, so you don't have to turn on focus senses. We're going to be sort of babying the endurance for a long time with this character, I think. Because it's Iron Man mode and there's no way to get influence from our other characters. So now with Focus Chi, we'll try to do extra damage to this guy, which maybe kind of offsets his defenses. As you can see, look at this, we're already back down to nothing on endurance. So 3 office workers to rescue, and we have to defeat the leaders and their crews. So I think there are 2 leaders here. 1 Sue and 1 troll. And that is going to be a brutal fight because one of them can turn on Hurricane. Not sure how I'm going to work that in terms of finding a way to defeat them. Alright, now he's shooting at me, so I'm going to turn on focus senses. Of course, now they punched me once I turned it on. So we may need several accuracies. We've got to find some way to take out the Hurricane guy without getting killed by the guy that does like the earth damage. You'll see what I mean when we get there. But one guy does like the Hurricane Sue Lieutenant stuff, and the other guy does like rock damage, and so like we're gonna need practice. We're all gonna have to run all 3 of these. So we're going to probably need every single inspiration we have to win that fight. And if they're +1, we may not be able to do it. So this could be the death of this character. I know I've said that a lot. I'm kind of trying to, I guess soften the blow a little bit. We do have our clockworks. Maybe we could throw them in at the bosses and the Clockworks can, you know, kind of soak up a little bit of aggro, and they don't last very long. They're very weak. But if they can just take 2 or 3 shots from one of the bosses, I might perhaps be able to take the other boss out in time, and then turn back to the boss that the Clockworks had distracted, right? So yeah, this is it's going to be very touch and go. And I absolutely will wait for Focus Chi to recharge if it's not when we get to those bosses. And I'm pretty sure you can't easily pull one of them. I think I tried it, and I was unsuccessful. And I got swarmed by both of them and whatever minions were in there. It's very, very difficult. It's one of the toughest battles in the first 20 levels of the game, along with the Vajalock ending fight, which is super tough. And I'm trying to think of the other really hard battles in the low levels. Nocturne's not so bad. Yeah, I feel like Dr. Vajalock and this one are probably the 2 toughest ones. Yeah, if they're going to shoot at me, I'm going to leave focus senses on, and then when they're in melee range, we'll turn it off. This is what Statesman wanted you to do. It's a pain in the neck. I'd rather just leave it on. And I so want to do Dragon's Tail and knock these guys over, but it's not possible until 26th level. Absolutely will be the power I get at 26th level, but I don't know if you guys are going to see that. Just the number of blows you have to use against these guys because of their smashing resistance is just horrible. I think one of the reasons people get upset about the smashing resistance is you just go from almost every faction has it at the low levels. Other than Clockworks, right? Vajalock has it. Some of the Tsu have it. The Ghosts have it in the Circle of Thorns. Trolls have it. Some of the Outcasts have it. Love that knockback. We're going to need to rest again. Every time the endurance drops that badly, I think, okay, I must have another toggle on, and I don't. It's just focus fighting. It's just amazing that it's that big of a drain on the endurance. Just a guard ward by himself? Okay. Always have to do that one more blow to take him out beyond what I think, right? Always what I think is going to be the last blow, and they've still got a sliver because of that smashing resistance. Oh, Lost. I think a bunch of the Lost also have smashing resistance. Certain ones, anyway. Come get me, guys. Oh, I was trying to knock him over. Well, crits are nice. are the other two workers? Yep, Tovald. And great, one of the kidnapped victims is right there. And Mr. Man is the Tsu. He's the hard one. I think I'm going to try to pull here, guys. So let's see what happens. Here comes Torvald. This guy's horrible. But we knocked him down. See if we can stun him. Nope. We're doing okay against Torvald here. They can't hit me as long as luck is running, but it's going to run out shortly. And there it goes. But notice I have 50% chance to hit, and I cannot hit at all. So it's a lie that it's 50%. Right. Oh yeah, 14%. Yeah, he's horrible. Let's get away from him. See if I can shoot him down. There we go. That knocked him back. And now I should be able to get this guy. Come on. Oh, God. I so hate that hurricane. Come on. Shoot him. I just want to get Torvald out of the hurricane so I can kill him. Got him. Okay, that should be enough. Mr. Man shouldn't be able to beat us. Nope, I'm just going to stay out of it. I'm not running into it. No, I'm not going into your hurricane. You can chase me all you want. I will not go inside it. There's no point to it. It makes it impossible to hit. I am not going inside your hurricane. Okay, we got him. Not too bad, guys. Didn't even need the clockworks. I did think about it. The problem with it is it would have aggroed those other two guys, and I was fairly confident I could pull the bosses without aggroing the two guys. But if I had thrown clockworks in there, they would have aggroed to the clockworks because they were really close. So even if I put the clockworks over here, these guys would have seen him and come after him. So I just did the calculation in my head and was like, no, clockworks are going to screw me up. And then once you've aggroed the bad guys, the clockworks are not going to be able to pull aggro off of me because I do too much damage. So they might have helped a little bit interfering with the bad guys, but yeah, I just judged that a pull was better, and I guess I was right. So now I gotta find the last worker. I don't know where this person is. They weren't in here. Maybe this room up here. Nope. I wonder if this is going to be an autocomplete if I can't find the other worker, even though we defeated the bosses. And we went in there. Okay. Oh, did I go in this room? Yeah, there's nobody in here either. So I don't know, guys. I don't know where the last hostage is. Oh, I bet I know. Up here. I bet there's one in the room up here. I didn't go look. Yep. There we go. Of course, I'm going to miss him 3 times when he only has a sliver left, because that's just how it goes. Alright. Not bad. We did okay. 25 minutes. Okay, so we were on a story arc for him. What have we got here? We've got a couple of sort of useless enhancements. We've got some useless inventions. Did we sell anything? We did not. So now it's been days. Does it say when I posted it? So 35 bidding, 75 for sale. I guess that's part of the problem. But so today is actually July 23rd. So nothing has sold in 13 days. So what this tells me is people are probably bidding 1,000 on it, 5,000, 2,000, 3,000, and they're all up for sale for millions. This one, similarly, it hasn't sold in 2 weeks. There are way more selling than bidding. I can't imagine everybody's bidding for 11. It almost seems like that was a typo. The person trying to pay 111, 11, 11, and hit enter or something. But it's just interesting. There's nobody even bidding 7,500 on this thing, let alone 100,000. So if that's the case, if they're not even going to bid 7,000, to me, it's not even worth worrying about it. I'm just going to vend everything. But that does mean it's going to be very difficult to get to our SOs at 22. It's going to be virtually impossible because we only have just about 300,000 influence, and we're going to need, we'd need to gain 500,000 in the next 2 or 3 levels. In the next 3 levels, that's going to be almost impossible. It's over 100,000 a level. I don't think that's going to happen. I do think that if we stick with DOs at level 22, by level 27, I'll be able to afford SOs. Also, if this character dies, then I'm going to trade down some influence. But we'll see what happens next time. Until then, I am Scrapperlock, and this has been City of Heroes on the Rebirth server, Iron Man mode.